For it's worth. I now sort of understand what you meant about Wildermyth and the difficulty, because it was surprisingly easy to clear the multiplayer campaign on basic, like standard flatline difficulty.
Yeah. The main thing though is like when you have multiple people, you need to make sure everybody's on the same page, and also there's bugs that screw with your progression.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just do it solo, it's actually pretty easy. So I don't know. But it's kind of like if you were playing XCOM multiplayer. It's harder when it's harder to execute strategies on the fly instead of having just one person think of all the strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what map are we supposed to be on?
Verizon road map encounter.
Okay.
Vazian Road Encounter 3. I was muted. Let's see. Still have
Alright.
3 R's. Okay.
Also, I believe somebody suggested we should actually put the journals and stuff in like the Syrik server.
Yeah, I'm going to be... for those who are interested, if you guys don't want to share it, that's fine. But for those who are wanting to share it, I'll be putting it on the World Anvil. I have a section for game journals.
Sure.
But I can also blop them into the server too.
I think to popularize the server, we might, for a while, we might want to just put them in the Discord.
Yeah.
Paige, did you really start the stream and not broadcast your thing anywhere?
My ring? My what? Huh? What are you talking about?
You didn't put out any announcements.
I
on
did.
Your server, the old server, Volbin.
No.
I did.
He put it in...
Check announcements. And check my Twitter. Both have been posted. I didn't add everyone, but I did add Going Live D&D.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird. I guess something funky happened on my Discord, I guess.
Oof. Oh yeah. Still need one more R.
Oh.
Aha! That is everyone then. So, now that everyone is ready, who would like to give the recap for inspiration?
Not it.
I can do it.
I already wrote a journal. I'm okay there.
We returned to the town of Tranmere with the spooky man who had his spooky plans that he would conquer us and take away our God-given right to bear weapons. And, to not have that happen, we were like, nope, let's get out of here. We're gonna fucking peace out. And peace out we did, although part of that was setting fire to the town.
That... This is the worst recap.
Wow, thanks.
I'm sorry. Go
We
ahead.
should have burned more of the town down to make sure they really had problems.
Oh yes, we went into town with the general man, and he was like, we're about to round up all these pesky freelancers and make them get adventuring licenses and do all this sort of government regulation stuff. Then we were like, nah, we're gonna stick it to the man. And then we got out of there and also burned the town down on our way out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very good, very good. You are missing the follow-up random encounter where your party was camping on the road. With the luck of your well-hidden encampment, the patrol of Vazian soldiers did pass you by with your party being unnoticed.
Excuse me, luck? That's all skill.
Okay, look, you guys did roll really high, so I guess it is skill. but I mean, you know, it's fine. Anyways,
Then again,
having-
we rolled, which is luck.
true. Either way you look at it. Anyways, your campmen having been packed up, your breakfast having been enjoyed, you all are ready to move on. Your companions having woken up from their slumber, Ryan, finally properly rested, no longer exhausted, would look around. What happened?
Discord.
Oh, you know, just a little casual fleeing of town.
Oh. That bad?
They were gonna kill you.
That bad, okay. That's bad. That's bad. Here's your I got it, don't worry. Okay, good.
156 will just nod along, letting everyone else talk.
Well, what's the plan then?
We're heading for Ravenshire.
To meet up with the rest of the resistance.
Good, okay. That sounds like a good plan. It doesn't happen to be going through territory filled with soldiers, does it? Because that seems like a bad idea. No,
Please say-
I know some pathways through that can generally avoid any soldier traffic. Yeah, Remy?
Did I notice the soldiers last night?
Let me click the macro. I don't remember if we were on rest at the time. You were
It was,
asleep at the time. It was Wary and Taranaf, so maybe if you woke up, you might have, but I don't think you did.
Well, did Wary and Taranaf notice them?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, one of them did.
Did they tell? The question is,
I noticed. I don't think Taranaf.
Yeah, no, he was sleeping. He didn't do a very good
Which
roll.
is, which is impressive for an elf.
Yep.
day trancing?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, at this point, going forward into Sharnwick might be dangerous. It's close proximity to one of the Vazian citadels. It's possible they already have soldiers inside. Might be best to skirt around, though we did manage to get past Tranmere without too much issue.
Yeah, it might be best to avoid towns for a while. We have plenty of food and supplies, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
We
Indeed.
should take care on the road. There was a patrol last night.
Alright. See if I cut out again. If I do, I'll just restart the whole computer.
Mm-hmm. Well, if there's already patrols on the road, there's certainly an issue.
They're likely searching for their execution targets.
Yeah, agreed. Let's see, do either of you have a map at hand? I'm gonna put you guys on the world map as I assume you pull it out.
Yeah,
Alright,
I have map. I'm a map boy.
alright. Pushing here. This is your current location down just southwest of Sharnwick. Now, Taranaf will point out on the map. Let me just go into DM view so I can actually see what I'm looking at DM-wise. Because I was not looking at the proper thing. There we are. Alright. So just east of our current location across the river is home to the Vazian's army in this area. It's Krantich Hold. And I'm making that citadel visible for you guys. Certainly a place we'd want to avoid, so it might be best for us to travel northwards through the small game trail here. I know that there is Duskwitch Keep. It's long since been abandoned. Probably best to avoid that due to the undead that still haunt its halls. But it's certainly a way that won't have any patrols near us. if we want to travel that far north. But otherwise, we can travel up to about the crook there in the road, and then cross the river from there.
I can agree with that.
And I'm going to make the keep now visible, because he pointed it out. Alright. Now, traveling through the woods themselves will be quite dangerous at night, so I suggest that we avoid any such nighttime travel as best we can, stopping even an hour early if need be to properly set up camp. There's spirits that wander the woods, fey beings, creatures of that nature, some of the undead within the abandoned fortifications that held during the last war. Not exactly the safest place, but I know the best way around it during the day, so as long as we follow my lead going forward, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. That said, you did manage to handle yourself quite well, 156, so if you'd like to take the lead, I'm not opposed to it. I can perhaps help you out, show you the proper paths, but it's up to you guys.
Wow.
No, I'm good with following your lead on this one. We got nothing but time.
I'll agree on this path of travel, if only because the undead, at least, are less likely to raise the alarm if we encounter them. Can't say the same about the Fae, though. They might find it funny.
Well, that's fair for ya. Anyways, yes.
156 kind of tilts her head. But then just shrugs.
If you want to lead the way, that's fine.
Alright.
Sage, I don't know how much you want to actually run your own, like, encounter with your own NPCs, so if you want me to lead, that's fine.
Yeah. It's more of, he knows the way. I didn't want him to be... I wanted to give you guys the option. He knows the woods well enough.
Then you're fine to just stoop and dupe us.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine.
Very good. In that case, let's get our travel set up. Let's see, you guys' mules move at that speed, so cool. Again, traveling along the road, you travel for about an hour and a half before the road splits into a smaller trail heading northwest, and the larger highway continuing to the northeast, past the town of Charnwood, which you can see off in the distance. Pushing northwest, however, the party skips along and continues along the road here. And let's see here. And then another to here. Alright. Traveling along the patrol roads that have long since been, for the most part, abandoned by the Vazian military. The open plains surround you all. You can see the cool breeze rustling the nearby leaves of the deciduous trees. And far up to the north, you can see the towering conifers of a darkened greenish-purple pine needle, seemingly towering above, giving a gloomy feel to the northern horizon. Continuing on, though, as you have traveled for a few hours now, pushing onwards, you guys reach the edge of the woods themselves, nearing about, let's see here, nearing mid-evening, early evening. It's about 3-ish p.m., having had your lunch along your travels. You guys reach the border, and this is when I check to see if there's an encounter.
Huzzah!
Alright.
12 dragon liches.
841. Would you like to adjust either of those rolls?
Nah. Nah.
Alright. Very good. As you are traveling along through the road, you actually see that there is a small sign curving off from the current position where you're at. There's also a piece of road that's seemingly obscured by some leaves. The sign itself is in Thieves' Cant. Does anyone understand Thieves' Cant?
Yes. Wait, Thieves' Cant is a... I thought it was a physical language.
It's a physical language, like a sign language, but it also has symbols and the like. So think of it like a conjoined version of ASL, and then a version of, like, the thief marks from Skyrim.
I was gonna say
hieroglyphs, but
I was gonna say hobo marks, but you know.
I mean,
that
hobo
too.
marks or hieroglyphs also is a decent description of it. But yes.
all right. Either way, yes, I can does the read.
All right.
Can it be ASL and Braille?
I mean, not really, no, because there's actually a version of that language that exists.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Looking at the sign, skirting your way forward, pushing aside some of the undergrowth as the party has noticed this. Reading over the sign's symbols, you identify it as an indicator of a safe passage across the river. A small ferry, headed by someone going by the name of Tom. Didn't seem very descriptive beyond that, however, but it does say that if one wishes to cross the ferry safely, avoiding any kelpies or similar threats, a meager 5 coins will get you across. If you choose to divert your path here, if you'd like.
156 will turn to the elf.
Can you read that?
She points to the sign.
Let me go bring up Terranaf real quick. I believe he can't, though. Can't say that I kinda know. It's some symbolish
Do you
language.
know anyone in this area named Tom?
Let's see here. Give him a check for that. What is your bonus, my friend? Brought up the wrong character sheet. This is the right character sheet. Here we are. And then your bonus for this skill is +2. Alright. 15. I know a few Toms. What's the sign actually say?
It says that Tom has a ferry, and for 5 coins, he can get us safely across the river and safe from.
She'll look back at the sign because she doesn't know the word.
Kelpies?
Ah, yeah. Well, kelpies are definitely something we want to avoid. Water-based horse spirits, fey in nature. They tend to drown you. Not pleasant. They can cause you to be entranced by their song. It's kind of like a siren thing, but it's more like inland and rivery. Anyways, no, Tom's a good guy. He is a one of our smugglers. Helps us out getting goods across the rivers through Shardenwick up north. So he can be trusted.
Will the ferry be big enough for Betsy and for Primrose?
Should be. He manages to get many supplies for us north.
Are we actually going to be able to afford our wagon?
Well,
the wagon's gonna go on the ferry, I assume.
That would have to be a pretty big ferry.
There's no harm in taking a look.
One might even say it would have to be very big.
As Sage goes and quickly makes Tom a whatever level wizard can cast levitation.
no.
Sage is like
Not after the
24 feet.
doors.
I mean, if we can use it to steal adamantine doors, he can use it to get a ferry across the river.
You know what? I don't feel like you hated me enough for what I said. Just throwing that out there.
Look, I internally groaned. It's fine.
I said it would have to be very big to carry our wagon.
Oh my.
Look, I've muted myself there.
Can I go back to the wrong side of the bed? I'm not awake enough for
You
this.
can just go drown.
You know what, Sage? Can I try to tame a Kepley? 1, that sounds cool, and 2, if I die, I don't see the downside.
Well, I mean, there is some benefits to doing so, being that you don't have to listen to Sean's puns. But, unfortunately, no.
But a Kepley sounds cool.
It's also
and I
fey.
don't have a cute animal
No.
companion in this game.
Kelpies are like horrific looking.
Yeah, they are not pleasant.
Anyway, 156 will point.
Well, if we want to try Tom, it says to go this way.
And she'll. I assume the sign tells me where to go.
Yes. There's a small hidden game trail that you can follow.
Yeah, she'll lead the way down the game trail. Though kind of with
Terranath?
Taranath? Yeah, because he knows this area better than her, but she's just being on the lookout for... Yeah, I know what they look like. They're fucking cool.
Yeah, but they're not cute. They're not like a adorable animal friend.
Okay, that's true.
All right.
But Sage hasn't given me a cute animal yet in this campaign, so...
I mean, true. Just give it time.
I mean, aren't you the cute?
You are the cute animal.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck off!
Anyways, as the party diverts following the small game trail heading towards the ferry, let's see here. Your travel time is that, which means you guys travel for about an hour. The river still not in sight. You guys are getting close, maybe another hour before you reach it. However, sunlight or sunset is beginning at this point in time. Would you like to press on, or would you like to begin searching for a camp?
I would press on if we think we only have another hour to go.
I mean, to go where? Like, if,
To the river.
yeah, then
Do
why
we
don't we
really
just
want
get
to
to the
get-
river in the morning?
Well,
Do
because-
we,
Go ahead, Witch.
do we really want to camp next to the river that's known to be kelpie infested?
I mean, better than camping in the middle of the woods. As long as we're not on the river banks, I don't think the Kelpie can get to us, and if we can find Tom tonight, well, he might be able to grant us some measure of protection.
But if we cannot find Tom tonight, we are traveling into darkened and into darkness, and I believe we were told that we should not travel during the night.
156 will look at Tyrannus.
If you guys think you can handle possible threats at night, I mean, we can push on. It's only an hour forward. It's likely Tom will have some place for us to hole up in, but it's definitely a gamble.
The place he'd have us to hold up in, is it going to be better suited to hide us from the you-know-whats, or...
If he has a place, which I imagine he would, it would most certainly be better suited than a simple camping spot for us to hold up our tents in, or just the wagon, in our case, but he likely has some form of shack nearby the river.
Most likely, if he's survived this long, then he will be better suited than us dealing with the local threats. And if not, we can...
Fine, then let's push forward, I suppose.
Alright. Hour more of travel as you guys reach the edge of the river. Let me go and grab that. Oh, I didn't import the maps. 1 second. That's my bad.
That's fine. I was worried we would get another random encounter roll, and then next
Oh,
thing you know,
there's going to be another random encounter roll. I just need to roll for this specific map.
Trust me,
Alright. Alright,
There's it.
adult blue dragon, let's go!
Okay, I
Part
think
of me-
it's number 3.
Part of me is entirely expecting that Tom doesn't exist in this instance. Just a fairy trick or something.
Alright.
This is why you should burn the Fae on sight.
But he said he knew him.
Doesn't mean that that's actually what we're going towards.
Fair enough.
Alright, I'm just getting rid of a bridge on this map because I actually did not have a ferry map ready. I did have a river map, but not a ferry map. It's okay, though. It's an easy change. Alright.
Sage, someone just said in general chat that they did not know that Nerp was Sage.
Huh.
You are not good at putting yourself out there, mate.
What? I mean, look, man. Most people hear my name as Nerp. It's only really you guys who call me Sage, or JC. JC calls me Sage.
Yeah, Sage is an old name.
I mean, Sage is my name.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an old name, it is his name.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. Control F and E.
Sorry, that was great. Oh yeah, Sage is an old name. Like, yes, had it since I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's the oldest name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, I was gonna say your brother's name, but I probably shouldn't say that on stream.
Alright. So, as you guys begin to ride forward towards the river, you can see that there's a large cliff face rising up above it where the path leads to. You can see just off down the cliff face, though, off map, for ease and simplicity, there is a small shack and a dock of sorts that could provide one's a way across the river. The most part, the river has some large chunks of ice surrounding the edges of it, but the deeper portions of it is freely flowing. However, as this happens, nice, you do see a man currently pushing open a door leading out of the small shack to the east. And looking up towards the mountain face, seeing you, he would put his hand towards his hip, but does not actually do anything, and then raises his other hand in a sort of wave. Not Dragon Corpse, no.
Oh, whatever, I guess I'll have to settle for his sassy hand wave. Well, let's go make introductions. Everyone, put on your friendly faces.
Where is this shack on this side of the river or the other side?
It's on this side. And to be clear, the river is going north-south. I just, random encounter map.
This would be a really shitty ferry if the ferry was on the other side. I guess you could just boat over, but like...
Well, I swear to God, Sage said on the far side, which...
No, far side down here.
Far bank,
yeah, down here.
I took the far side to mean over here. I'm like, well,
Look, I'll make it. I'll fix it. I'll go and give you guys a dock real quick. Take me a couple bips. But you would see the man. He is dressed in very close-cropped clothing, leathers and basic linens. A large fur cloak. Seems to have black, medium-length hair tied in a knot, and a beard of closely trimmed nature. He has a sword at his hip, which is what he was going for, but he has not actually drawn it at the moment. But he has noticed the group. As you guys begin to move towards him, though, as I believe the party did say they were doing so.
Oh wait, hold on. As we can see him, 156 will put a hand up for everyone to halt.
Let's just grab...
Does anyone not halt?
Yeah.
Mine is just sitting there.
Well, I mean, I'm driving and I will halt.
There. It's a ferry.
156 will put up one finger to tell you guys to give her a second, and fully robed so she cannot be seen, she will jump out and make her way over to where Tom is. But once you get him on the map, I'll put myself a distance away.
Alright, there's your little ferry and there's your little shack. As you begin to move forward towards him, as you're doing your shoops and whoops, I'm gonna go plop his token down. It should be in this folder here. Go away. Campaigns, and tokens, NPCs, wandering, Tom. Bam.
So walk over here. I will use Thieves' Cant to basically say, "Are you Tom?"
He will slowly lower his grip on his left arm that's housing his sword, and he will rise it up and begin signing forward towards you. That I am.
I will Thieves' Cant back because I want to make sure he is not a Fae. I will ask him what the sign said. He wrote it. He should know what it says.
He will sign back. And keep in mind that signing in Thieves' Cant isn't exactly full words. It's very similar to ASL, where it's like, I, good, how you, type of thing.
Yeah, but I figure, like, if another Fae wrote it, they might be like, really wrong.
I'm more surprised he can sign language with an accent.
Whatever. Anyways, he will sign back,
I'm sorry.
saying, Fae ride, 5 coin. Or ferry ride, 5 coin.
I was about to say, all right, so if he actually right, we should be drowning him in the river right now.
No, ferry ride. We were talking about Fae. Maybe think of Fae, not ferry.
I mean, well, you were saying ferry, which
Yeah, you know,
very
yeah,
vague,
it's
so-
difficult, man. There's 3 different words, they're all pretty similar. Anyways, ferry ride, 5 coin.
156 will look back at the wagon, give a thumbs up, and kind of motion for Tyranath, because Tyranath knows him.
All right. Tyranath will hit up the back end, hop around, make his way through. Upon seeing Tyranath, Tom will actually lower his guard entirely and move forward, arms open in a welcoming manner. Ah, Tyranath, it's good to see you, fella. It's been a while, hasn't it? See, you've been traveling with some interesting folks. More of you refugees, then?
Okay, I think he's good, guys.
That would be the case, yes. In some regards. These are companions, allies of our fair group, shall we call it.
Hello. Hey, Hein, do you think he validates?
Right, well, any friends of Tyranath is a friend of mine. You're looking to cross the river, or you're needing to spend the night? It is quite dangerous out at night, so I imagine you would want to spend the night. I have room in the loft if you need it.
That sounds like a plan, but yeah, ultimately in the morning we do plan on getting across.
Right, well, certainly can help you out and can house your wagon there, no problem. Yeah, I have supper on boil right now if you're looking for some stew.
Is there anything we can do to help for your hospitality?
No, don't worry about it. As I said, any friend of Tyranath's a friend of myself.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Anyways, imagine you're quite cold out in this not actually storming, surprisingly enough. I imagine you're cold though. It's quite snowy. So, come on in.
Yes, let's go into that place.
And he will
Do like a bit of warmth.
just gonna swap a boppa.
156 will not go in with everyone else first. She'll make sure Primrose and Betsy are set up with the blankets and some fresh hay. She'll probably come in after like 10 minutes.
Excellent. All right. As you see to your mules, they are fairly well cared for, with your providing of blankets, ensuring that they have hay. They have nice clean coats. They seem to be in good condition. And as the group eventually all enters into the home of Tom, it's a very small shack, but it is cozy in a way. And there is certainly a ladder leading up that has room for more sleeping chambers, air quotes. Basically some haze up there that you guys can sleep in, no problem. But as you all gather up, and he begins to dole out some stew bowls to each of you, providing you guys essentially your day's ration. Boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo, and boop-a-doop-a-doo. Right, so, what brings you out all this way? Just making your way back to Ravenshire, then?
You could say
way,
that.
yes.
Certainly need some help there, actually. I had a runner come by not too long ago, speaking about some sickness going on in the camp. Be careful about that. Might want to bring some masks or the like. I don't really know what's going on with it, though.
Did he give you any details? Were people dying or sick?
Well, he didn't say anyone was dead, but this was, to be clear, about a week back, so, the memory is a little foggy on the full results. But let's see here. He did say, there was something wrong with their veins. There was this weird, blackness to it. Like, it was, I don't know, like the veins were turning inky. Not fully sure what that meant, but
Sounds horrible.
yeah,
Can I make a medicine check?
sure.
Can I add advantage because humanoid anatomy and or surgery?
Sure.
I'll also attempt some sort of hoopy choop.
That sounds horrible. I
Unless
imagine
that
it.
could be something religion-based or any kind of weird lore.
What lores do you have?
Yeah, probably not like medical ones.
I'm aware. If anything you think could work, you can let me know, and I can let you know if it'll work. Because I mean, obviously, black inky veins isn't exactly sounding natural in sickness terms.
I probably don't. Maybe at best is history of the Dying Lands, but I mostly have history and geography stuff.
Gotcha.
So I'll just medicine.
All right. 156. This is certainly not any known malady that you're aware of. Whatever is ailing the people up in Ravenshire, it's either not natural, which is likely the case due to the fact that inky veins isn't exactly natural, or not a known disease that you're aware of. As for Garridan, with a 19, you actually do recall some of the initial sick who managed to escape the Dying Lands. Those who, unfortunately, later did die and were quarantined for obvious reasons. They did seem to have black veins in them. This might be a malady of the Dying Lands.
Something like that sounds like it's out of the Dying Lands. I don't know if they've been across the border anytime recently, or maybe been exposed to someone who has.
As Garridan mentions the Dying Lands, 156 will involuntarily shudder a little bit and just eat her stew.
Any idea if this was accidental or if this was intentional sabotage?
Honestly, I don't really have much idea. I just had the one messenger come down here trying to look for some supplies. They've been looking for a seed, I think. I don't really know what seed they're looking for. Yeah, he just said a seed, so wasn't exactly helpful. I couldn't help him, unfortunately, but I told him perhaps in Sharnwick they could find more. You have to be careful, though. I've seen a few soldiers near the border of the forest here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we were seeing more of those.
Well, they do seem to be a bit more active of late. Anyways,
They're attempting to disarm the barony.
that's a whole great big mistake on their part.
It is, but when do they not make mistakes?
Fair enough. They might be planning something, actually. They wouldn't be disarming people if they didn't think something big was about to happen. Let's keep your weapons close to you.
Of course. I'm gonna look at Tyrannus real fast. Were there any plans to make a movement recently?
I mean, we've certainly been recruiting in some of the outlying villages and hamlets, but nothing of a major sort. No vast recruitment attempts. Anything of that nature would certainly draw the entire ire of them and likely get us found out and, well, all executed, so it's mostly been shadow work. A whisper here, a note there, that sort of thing.
So that means there's something else that's happening to get their attention like this?
It must be.
Hey, Sage.
Yes.
Would I know this? 5 coins means what? 5 gold coins? 5 silver coins? 5 copper coins? 5 electrum coins? What does 5 coins mean?
Generally for thieves, when they're talking about coins, they do mean the coin that most high-rung businesses use, which would be gold. But he didn't specify. So, assuming is gold, he did not specify, though.
156 will walk over to Garrison and tug on his sleeve.
Yes. So,
She will say very quietly, and I'm not going to try to whisper because it's not going to come up in her voice because it's already very low. She will ask Garrison for 20 gold. I'll take it off my sheet, but Garrett's holding her gold because she doesn't know the value of money.
oh, sure. I'll count out 20 gold. Here you go.
She will walk up and offer it to Tom.
I mean, I certainly don't need any gold from, having you guys rest here. It's totally fine. But I'm not the one to turn down coin, and he will take the coin.
Time will be hard soon. So.
There might be 2 or 3 more if they can get out of town. They might come north. If they do, please consider that payment for their passage.
Certainly. You know the names? What they look like?
Insert descriptors from 3 weeks ago here, Sage.
All right. You describe.
It's only 2 weeks.
Yeah. You describe Oriel as well as, I believe, was Adrius. Yeah, Adrius Herma. All right. Both of them.
Was it only 2 of them? I thought it was 3 people.
Well, the third one is with us.
Yeah, you have Ripley with you.
Oh, then I only would have offered him 15 gold.
Gotcha.
I was thinking 3 plus Ripley, not 3 including Ripley.
I see. Very good. Well, I'll certainly help with repairs. It's not easy keeping this place safe from the monsters out in the woods. Right. If they pass on through here, I'll see them safely through, free of charge.
Thank you.
She'll go sit back down quietly.
Now, Tom doesn't have any additional information he wishes to particularly bring up, but if you guys wish to question him, you're free to do so. Otherwise, we can press on for a long rest.
No, we're not going to be rude to the guy. We're not going to ask his life story.
No, where
Well, I'm not. You can.
Do you know why the forest is so teeming with the spirits and undead?
Well, part of the forest was a great battlefield during the war. Lots of the keeps and the barrows here have been filled with the deathly energies, thus causing much of the dead here to rise up, even those who have simply just died of, like, an attack from a bear mauling or the like. They tend to rise back up and wander. Many of the spirits in the land likewise tend to wander loosely, unable to pass on into the afterlife. I suspect it's something to deal with, perhaps one of the keeps here, or perhaps one of the way shrines. They tend to be directly tied. To be clear, the way shrines tend to be directly tied to the land themselves. Any sort of thing that can corrupt the land, as mass death can do, is likely to corrupt the way shrine, causing things to worsen. As for the keep itself, I mean, the Vazians who held these keeps long ago, they aren't exactly, they're still not exactly the best sorts. Whatever they might have been doing there, I'm sure is not pleasant. Is likely a place of great misery and suffering. As for the Fae, the place has always been filled with Fae. The place has specifically been held true to the winter courts, the unseelie. So we tend to get a lot of more of the tricksters and scoundrel-like Fae here. Redcaps, brownies, nixies, things of that nature. Not pleasant either way, but certainly things to watch out for.
Certainly indeed.
You cut out there, devil.
I said certainly indeed. Well, I imagine some people might be interested in changing the fate of the forest, so undead might not roam it as much.
Yeah, we certainly have had a few adventuring sorts travel up from Seanwick into the forest. Even crossed a few of them myself, having them pay for the ferry. I haven't seen any of them return. So either they went east along that road, or, well, their graves lie within the tombs, or the barrows, or the keeps.
Or they're wandering around still.
Or that. Or maybe they fell into one of those dungeons up north. There's certainly plenty of old dwarven ruins up there. A lot of the goblins and orcs have run that place, unfortunately.
156's ears will perk up like that at that, and you can see that glint of curiosity in her eyes. She's a rat. She likes old abandoned places. Leave her alone.
Oh, I mean, I can certainly show you around if you're interested in, well, not show you around. I kind of need to keep my ferry, but I can certainly show you locations on your map if you have one.
We do.
How convenient.
Right.
That'd
Well,
be a good chat.
let's just go to that world map then. Boop. Control F and E. Let's see. Where are the places I am looking for? I might be blind, or I might be super blind. The true knowledge of this is unknown, though. Alright.
Really, he can't see. He can't fight. Take all the XP. Kill everyone.
Alright, I should reveal that one. I need to determine which one she should reveal, so. That one he would know about, even though it's not one of those ruins. So those three, and then that one, and that one, I think. And any others I've revealed with him? Yeah. I'll have him roll for this one. 5, okay. No, I won't reveal that one. Okay, he didn't make it. Alright. Let's see here, making them visible in just a moment. Just need to get rid of their names, make sure it's in GM label rather than normal label.
Yes, wouldn't want us knowingly stumbling into the ruins of death and pestilence or something.
Alright, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. And, anything else I need to blap? Boop. And boop. There we go. Alright. Oh, you'd also know about the location of a way shrine, so I can reveal that one too. Forgot about the way shrine. Alright. He reveals these locations, starting with on the east and going westwards. He reveals the encampment of Thorned Hollow, that being a rebel encampment. A small forward outpost for them to begin promising ventures within Stagvane, which is still under control by the Vazian Empire, or barony, really. So that is an ally of yours, essentially. Up north, within the mountains, there is an old monastery of the Fallen Star. He isn't really sure what it actually belongs to, any deities or monastic order, that is, but he knows they seem to hold symbols of a shooting star. Up here, you have the Dwarven Ruin, known as Barandor. And to the west of that, you have another Dwarven Ruin, known as Nordavosh Dun. So there's these two here. And then southwards, you have the Duskwood Way Shrine. And then just southeast of that, you have Castle Ravenholm. That is an abandoned keep, ruined. He says that is likely filled with undead as well. And then you have Duskwitch Keep, which is the keep that you guys were told about by Terranaf on the road here. Also filled with undead that we'd point out for you, though you already have it marked. And, anything else I'm missing? We might as well reveal the villages, because you'd know about them too. Alright.
Give us all your lore.
He would reveal the small hamlet of Duskwitch. That one seems to be a logging village. Though they do seem to have a few miners of sorts, as there is a mine north of it. And then off to the east, you have the Thorpe of Mosley. That is a mining village focused in gathering ore from the great mountains that border it. But
Where is
overall, far to the east over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But those would be what he reveals to you. Oh, man. Some of these icons are really small. Haughty Vine Inn. He'd also reveal that. And he'd tell you that the keeper of the inn, she's quite helpful. But she tends to be a bit easily to offend. So careful about commenting on her hair.
Her hair?
She's part of the wild elves, you know, more plant-like than fleshy, I guess. Their hair is vines. Yeah.
156's ears twitch, nose twitch, scientific curiosity twitch.
Vaguely remembering that one elf we had. had
That guy, did we know a guy like that? Huh.
yeah,
It was so long ago.
yeah, with the leaves and all that.
Mhm.
Huh.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
hold up.
But that is what he'd reveal to you as we go back to the encounter. Here we are.
Alright.
I had a question,
Yes.
and then we got lore dropped, or geography, cartography dropped. I don't remember what it was. It was kind of important.
Oh no.
Slightly.
Do you remember the general gist of it?
No. I remember another question I had that's not important. But of course, that's the one I remember.
Yes, of course. Well?
It doesn't matter if I... Oh yeah, what's the next level we get a feat at?
You mean your bonus feats I give you guys?
Either that or just the next level we get a feat.
Well, whenever you hit 4, 8, or 12 for 16 or 20, you do get an ASI, I believe. Maybe not 20. But that's just on your current class path. So if you're like a level 3 rogue and a level 1 fighter, you don't get an ASI at 4th level because it's based on the class's level. But I also provide you guys additional feats, which are provided at 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th, 15th, and 18th level. And that is character level, not class level. So your next feat should be at 6th.
His feats.
Mhm.
Everybody loves feats.
Yeah. Other than that, if you guys have anything else you wish to talk with Tom about, he is open to chat, but that is essentially the encounter, and your night is achieved with long rest free. Or long rest achieved safely, no encounter.
I would like to know if he knows the disposition of the local towns towards, well, basically the resistance and the barony overall. Basically, which places are more safe for us.
Yeah, most towns up here in the Duskwood are fairly, well, okay, I should rephrase that. They are fairly closed off. They are more, small towns. They keep for themselves, aren't fully kind towards strangers. Very much appreciate the 5 gifted subs, anonymous gifter. It's very much appreciated. Yes. As for the towns themselves, they do tend to favor the rebellion over Vazia, due to the fact that they tend to keep themselves, tend to work for themselves, and they don't like the barony butting into their business. But when the Baron comes knocking, they will bend the knee. They're not suicidal.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But those tend to be most of where the rebels' forces do tend to be recruited from. Yeah. Very good, very good. Alright. And with that, you guys all are good to get your long rests, no problem, easy clap.
Alright. Huzzah.
Just
I
gonna
have more of a theoretical question for you guys after the game.
just gonna feed my bird in a bag during my long rest. scritch the crest of the feral crow. Put it back in the bag.
What is that?
Don't ask. Just don't ask.
No, really. I've seen one of those recently. What is that? It's not here, native to this place.
He brought a pet back.
It's called a foul crow.
Well, those things are really angry. Not friendly at all. They've actually been attacking a lot of the nearby wildlife, scaring a lot of the birds away.
Interesting. I thought these were from the dying land.
It's an invasive species then.
That's not good. No, it's certainly not. You have foul crows up here. Where exactly? Well, I've seen a few flying around just, north along the river here, but some of the travelers talked about, seeing them near one of the keeps. Ravenshire, I think, was one of them, but they also talked about having a whole nest near the village of, Duskwitch, I believe.
If you can get fire to the nests, they burn very well.
That'd be good. That's very helpful, actually. Those things didn't seem to care for any of my arrows or sword.
They don't look like normal nests. They're kind of like, she'll start pantomiming how it's you know, like it's a standing nest with a hole and not like a bird nest.
So like a giant beehive, but like...
Yeah, that. Looks like that.
Alright.
We'll burn them as we see them.
Certainly help out the plant and what's the word for it? Fauna. That's what it is. Fauna here.
Yeah.
But information's definitely appreciated. Be sure to tell any travelers about them nearby. Not something we're used to fighting here.
Well, this one is very friendly, actually. It noticeably nips at my fingers.
You're keeping him in a bag.
I mean, where else would you keep food?
So wait, is he food or is he a pet?
Yes.
I'm going.
Never mind.
I want to slowly take Ryan's wing. I can't move him, but I want to slowly pull him over to me.
Right then. Well, do certainly appreciate the hospitality there, Tom.
Don't eat mice.
I think it might be best if the sickness is still ongoing, which I imagine it is, and there's foul crows up this way. I think it might be best for us to make haste. You guys are ready to travel then? Look towards the party.
Is this after we've slept?
This
or
is
are we
after the
not
long
sleeping?
rest. This is after the long rest.
Okay.
It is interesting that both the sickness and the foul crows are from the same place.
Indeed.
It's not surprising that bad things come out of the dying lands.
Well, it's more that just maybe somebody is bringing stuff from the dying lands here on purpose.
You mean like me?
I am going to take that bag and throw it. No, I'm setting on fire and throwing it in the river.
Oh.
One.
Everyone can make me an insight check that's watching 156 if you want.
I would like to take the foul crow out of the bag, put it in a new bag, and hand Ein the old bag.
I will look at Wary. One moment. And then sigh, take the bag out. One moment. And then you will hear something exploding fire outside. Before she walks back in.
Are we all done endangering our lives and the lives of those around us?
Alright, well, Garanin, you don't notice it.
Here you go. There's a
So-
crow. Have a smaller crow.
Yeah.
Give you ownership. There you are. Have a crow. Alright then, suppose you guys are gonna need a ferry across with that wagon there, so... I'll get it all set up. When you guys are ready, just head on outside and... be ready in about 5 minutes.
156 will stand up, head outside, start getting the wagon ready. Make sure Betsy and Primrose are good to go.
Head on over here and start reeling in across the waterway a large boat of sorts. And when you guys are ready, he will lead you across. And fortunately for him, he is a skilled ferrier person. I don't really know the word for it, his profession, but he is skilled at his profession. Maybe.
I don't know.
Either way, he's skilled at it. He doesn't actually have to roll to get across the river, because he does have a line across to keep him steady. The river's not going too fast in this position. The raft's pretty large. You guys can get across no problem. But if you guys have last thing you'd like to say to Tom before you guys pass onwards, moving forward, you're free to do so.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, the most important thing. Thank you. Also, stay safe.
Yeah, don't mention it. You lot stay safe too if you're heading up there. Those sickness doesn't sound quite friendly, so. Anyways, may Desna light your path.
Anyway, Sage, you would call them a skipper. Maybe a captain if they own it.
Yeah, excellent. Well, and he is Captain Tom.
Nice.
All right. So, grabbing your tokens as you guys move onwards. Making your way across the river, no problem. He is ferried you forth. He would actually ask you before he ferries you. Hell, real quick. You guys are heading to Ravenshire. I could ferry you north along the river for the majority of it. And just drop you off somewhere along the trail up there if you'd like.
Would that be okay?
Yeah, I mean, the only difference is... I'm not going to charge you extra for it, but I will request that you help protect the ship. Because going along the river, it can be dangerous at times.
Well,
That seems only fair.
It would also mean that you are not here if the other two we showed up soon after.
True. This is true.
my talents don't extend very well to fighting on open waters.
I think we should take what advantages we can. If those two were going north and happened to come this way, I don't think that they would have done it as fast as us.
Fair enough. Well, if fire burns hot enough, it can evaporate water, right?
Sure.
Sure.
156 like puts her hands together in that I'm trying not to correct you, I'm trying not to correct you, I'm trying not to correct you kind of look.
Tom looks like he doesn't know the answers, so he's just agreeing. It seemed like he does.
Well, then
I looks like they're just in denial. They don't want to be underwater.
Do you guys take up on his offer and travel north, or do you wish to cross the river here and continue your travel along the road in the forest?
If it speeds us up, get out of potentially hostile territory.
I'm fine.
Good.
I'm fine. I'm fine with it, though it does mean that we are all on a small raft with each other for several hours, maybe a days.
Aang doesn't want to in character, but out of character, this is probably for the better.
So I take this as a yes.
Six wants to get there faster and spare Betsy and Primrose.
All right. Well, in that case, pushing you guys back to the middle of the river, as you begin to travel northwards along the river with good old Tom. So you guys travel at that speed per hour, so few hours pass as you're traveling rapidly up the river, and we'll see if an encounter occurs. You can see to your west, towering slightly above the canopy, the crumbling ruin of Duskwitch Keep, and to your east, the crumbling ruin of Castle Ravenholm. And let's see if there's an encounter. I will not be using a villain point for that, but I did not need to, so...
Oh.
Would you guys like to use...
Crows comes to get his baby back.
Maybe. Would you guys like to use Destiny to prevent this encounter?
I would say no. I would say we should use Destiny when we know what we're facing.
Alright.
Probably.
And not when we only have meta knowledge about Sage being cryptic.
Alright. 483 is my encounter type. I'm actually going to have the encounter actually activate here, because I actually have a river that looks like that. Encounter map for that, so... But, for purposes of encounter location... 483, and we are looking at... interesting. It's certainly an interesting option. Yep. Yep. Alright. Could be much worse. Not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be, though. What's your organization? Oh, I have to Control F, find you guys in the book for that. Your token doesn't say.
Oh boy.
Organization. Solitaire, pair, gang, or swarm. Alright, let's find out. Number.
Oh.
Come on, Rollo. That's not that bad. Alright. And let me go up, import the map, add a little raft for you guys, and then we should be good to do this encounter.
Huzzah?
Yeah. Huzzah.
Yeah.
Objects. Transportation. Naval.
Hopefully we don't all die.
I mean, think about it this way. TPK just means we get to explore new characters.
Ah,
So
yes.
I've had to force myself to think about it.
Alright. Here's your ship. And changing it to tokens for ease of moving it around, grabbing your tokens from the previous encounter map, and importing you guys there. Copy. F&E. Pasta. I do want the cart in the back of the front.
Wherever he puts it.
Alright, I'm gonna put it like so.
156 is gonna be sitting with Betsy and Primrose to keep them calm. That's...
Alright.
Lovely. I'm gonna be staying with all the furry creatures because that's the warmest part of the ship.
I would be in the wagon because, dear God.
Same with Ripley. Tom will be at the
nothing
tiller.
is water.
F will be there.
I'll be up front. I'm good with this.
Alright.
Sean. Sorry.
Let's see. I feel like this should work as combat music, but we can replace it too. Hopefully. No. That's copyright. We can do this one though. I think. Alright, let's see here. Music channel. There you are. Alright, as you begin to, for the most part, sail your way up the river, You all can give me perception checks. At this point in time, it is midday, close to afternoon. When you round the bend here, and something seems off, the air begins to grow colder than one would expect. It's already pretty cold, being that it is the middle of winter, but even with your fur clothing and your outfits of winter dress, you feel a chill rise up your spine. Alright, and what is your...
I have a very long spine here.
I have to go figure out their average stealth real quick. 2, 3. Alright. So, looking at this here, 156, Ein Garridan. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will roll for Terranap in just a moment. Everyone besides Wary at the moment is aware of the encroaching threat. As you can see, forms, spectral in nature, begin to peer from the river. Their grasping hands reaching out for you, as if trying to grasp life once more. 2,
Are you only rolling
3.
for the combatants? Because technically Ryan and Tom should roll as well.
I'm only rolling for the combatants, yeah.
Okay.
You might say I was unaware.
Damn it. Oop. Alright, and roll me initiative starting now. Let me go roll for Terranap's perception too. Alright, so he also is not part of the surprise. Let's see. Garridan, check. Ein still needs initiative. Here we are. My people have initiative now, and sort. So, Captain Tom has to maintain the tiller at all times, otherwise the ship will crash and things will be worse than it is currently. So he is non-combatant for that purpose. If it gets hectic enough, he will leave the tiller and join the fray, but for most part, consider him a non-combatant. He does have HP, though, so if he is attacked, I will be dealing with that as a side thing. Ryan Ripley, being in the cart there, will likely not be attacked, but if he is, he also has HP, so he could be killed in this fight. Primrose and Betsy also have combat stats, so they're already set up for shoops and whoops. I'm going to add them to initiative because they are animals and there's undead. Other than this, though, as the specters rise from the waters, we begin the surprise round, toggling hold those who are not part of it. Luckily, Primrose and Betsy are not part of the surprise round. Garridan, you're able to act first, recognizing the threat that rises from the river bed below.
Okie dokie. Yeah, be able to attack it from here. Al Vantage in attack number 3 with green flame Blade.
Excellent.
Alright, advantage hits the melee standard. 21 for 12 damage, and I don't think I'm at the level where Green Flame Blade actually deals any direct damage to the target, but it do make it magic.
Alright. So there's good things in that terms of it being magic. How much of that is fire?
Let me just double check Green Flame Blade, because I don't actually think it does.
It's at level 5 when it boosts your base. Okay.
It doesn't do any direct fire damage to the creature right now.
Yeah, okay. So that is just full-on 12 magical slashing then. Alright.
Yeah, go on.
All right, the blade cuts into the creature's form. You see it making contact with something that should not really be there, causing its form to somewhat dissipate, cutting through it. However, as you approach it, the creature reforms, and something seems off about you. Give me a charisma saving throw.
I'm good at that. Hold on. Aura checkers. Alright, I'm just gonna manually. 1 second. 23.
23. You feel your form beginning to pass through towards the ethereal plane this creature is bound to. However, you find yourself grounded, your purpose here on this plane true. You shrug off this effect, maintaining your sense of awareness and your sense of self. You do not suffer any negative effect from this.
And I'm gonna make me a nice old knowledge check. What sort?
Alright,
Sort.
these guys can be tactics, which is the new name for martial. They can also be religion, and I would allow an insight check as well.
I'll do religion. 23.
23, very good, very good. Alright, let me go look at his DC.
Oh, let me take a third roll just in case I happen to crit this guy because I do have Elven accuracy now.
Mm-hmm.
I did not crit. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Alright, 23, that beats his DC by 10, so you learn his traits and the two other things of your choice. His traits are as follows. He has evasive, meaning that he has the ability to transport himself around the battlefield nearly effortlessly. He has ruthless, meaning that he will, or he may, but he certainly can, attack those who are unconscious or otherwise incapacitated from the fight. And then in terms of two other things of your choice, what you'd like to learn about him. You have statistics, actions, and specials.
I want to learn vulnerabilities and what that thing he just did to me.
Alright, he is vulnerable to radiant damage. The thing that he tried to use is his spell aura. A creature that moves within 5 feet of a specter must make a DC 14 charisma saving throw or suffer 2d8 points of necrotic damage.
Alright. I will relay that they are vulnerable to radiant, but that getting near them could prove damaging, and that they are presumably undead, so if we have that undead killing weapon still, that would be good.
Alright, very good. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
Alright, 156.
What kind of weapon is Garrison using?
Sword.
Our sword's slashing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wondering if these things have DR to piercing.
They might just have DR to anything that's not like magic or an elemental effect. So if you have fire arrows, that might do something.
Yeah, but they're resistant to fire damage, so...
No. At least I don't think they are.
Pretty sure that's why Sage asked you how much fire damage Green Flame Blade did?
It could also be vulnerability. Don't make assumptions there.
They're water specters, okay? I'm going with assumptions here.
No. Well,
I mean, you can
let's make a
certainly make a check to determine what they are resistant against.
I have no knowledges.
Insight, religion, or tactics, which is the new name for martial.
It's
I
gonna be
guess
listed
I'll
as
do religion. Does Dying Lands help me at all?
Nope.
Or psionics?
These are not specifically Dying Lands or Psionic.
I don't know why I didn't push the button, but yeah, it's a 10.
10 is not quite enough. You're unsure exactly what might harm these creatures.
I could do magic damage in melee, but I have a pathetic charisma save. Whatever, I'm just gonna pull out my bow and try to shoot at one and test what happens. At least we'll get some information, if nothing else.
Very good, very good.
Oh, there's no impersonated token. Whoops.
Which one shall you shoot at? The injured one?
Yeah, the one
Alright.
he hit.
The arrow will fly towards the creature, managing to make contact with the creature's spectral form. The arrow piercing into it. Is your weapon considered magical? More specifically, is your arrows?
No.
Alright. The creature seems to resist the effect as part of the arrow seems to fly past the creature, slamming into the wall, splitting in half. That arrow is destroyed. For flavor, it's every other arrow is destroyed, but you know. 13 damage reduced to 6. Because you do have sneak attack on this attack, so. Boop.
Oh, alright.
We have a friend next to it, so. Very good. Anything else?
No. I'm gonna... What sort of action is it to keep the animals calm? Just, like, talking to them and trying to calm them down? Like, is that an action, or can I use, like, a bonus action for that? Or...
So, I have a thing where I allow a free skill check every round. Anything beyond that requires an action. You have already used your free skill check for the martial, or religion check, so you'd have to use an action which you've already used. But it would be either one of your free skill check or your action.
Okay, well, then I'm done. I can't do anything else.
Alright. We continue to Spectre 2, no number, and 1. This one here will float forward, rising up into the wagon, and will attack you, Miss Ein. As its hand will reach forward, out to grasp your form. 24 to hit for 8 necrotic damage and a con save.
Oh boy. Oh.
You manage to resist whatever foul necrotic energy seems to be pulsing through your body. You do suffer the 8 damage, though. And that is that creature's turn. We go to Inspector No Number. This one will float forward. 15, 15, 15. I'm just going to roll a d3. Clockwise, starting left to right. Alright. Rolling a d2 now. Going for wary, as he'll reach his hand out to grasp you. 26 to hit for 14 necrotic damage and a con save.
Alright, I will take that 14 damage, and here is my constitution save.
You manage to resist the foul necrotic energies that would be causing you further harm. You do suffer the 14. From there, we go to Spectre 1, who has a choice of 3 options. Rolling a d2 and then rolling a d2 if I get towards wary.
Sage, what was that music I could hear in the background of you?
It's probably the combat music I have playing.
No, it sounded, or maybe it wasn't you, but it sounded, I know the tune, and unless that was like Probot and I wasn't listening.
It's a very similar kind of piratey tune.
Yeah, the combat music in Probot is piratey. But I don't have any music going on in my room other than you know, through the headset right now. Anyways, he is going to fly next to Captain Tom and reach out to grasp him. This is most unfortunate, as Tom seems to have been marked as a person of interest for these creatures. Let's see here. What is your AC, my dude? Because I do not have your token macroed. Here we are. Alright. Creature will reach out towards Tom. Tom will be grasped by the creature and must make a con save. I should count down, not up. There we go. Alright, Tom, your con save bonus is +2. Hot damn. Rolling match 20. He manages to resist the necrotic effect, but he is injured. Alright. Terranaf is surprised, Wary's surprised, Betsy's surprised, Spectre number 3. I'm gonna untalk all these people real quick. Alright, Spectre number 3 is going to strike out at Garridan, reaching his spectral form towards you and grasping. His form will unable to reach into your soul, however, as you manage to resist the creature's form. Fine.
Sage, I like how you have this labeled as a canoe.
Okay.
Yeah. It happens.
Right. What are my options here?
Not great.
First things first, gonna start with a check on these to determine their resistances.
Alright.
What skills do I have trained? I have insight. Okay. Insight it is then.
If it doesn't matter, I doubt it does against creatures like this. But my weapon is silvered.
Good to know. That is not enough.
Alright. Alright.
You can do radiant, right?
Yep. That's what I'm thinking. Alright. Well, not gonna be shy here. Bonus actions. Hold on. Is there a bonus action? I have. Yeah. Alright. Bonus action, spiritual weapon. I don't have a token for it.
Alright.
I don't have a token for that right now.
It's okay. Here you are.
Alright.
Go give you the ownership of that. Boop. Here you go.
Alright. Come here. Alright. Melee spell attack. I believe that's just my normal spell attack, so ignore the roll here, but...
Alright, a 14 will just barely manage to pass into the creature's spiritual form. And roll me that damage.
Alright.
And is this radiant? Or no, this is spiritual weapons of force.
Yeah.
8 damage as the creature takes the slam and jam, forcing the creature's form to push back into the ethereal plane for but a moment before it reforms, having suffered some damage but is still within the material plane and hungry.
Right. And then I will snap my fingers at it for Sacred Flame.
Aha!
Radiant damage.
Dex save. Creature horribly fails to dodge it.
1d8 radiant damage.
Alright, that is 12 damage due to its vulnerability to radiant. The creature lets loose a painful shriek.
Hold on. That might actually be more. Because I believe I do extra... yep, I do 2 extra damage on my cantrips, thanks to Fire Calling.
Aha!
So...
There you are. That's increased to 4, just because it's vulnerable. There you go.
Alright.
Anything else?
Back to the... No... No, that's it for now. But I will
Alright.
shout out to use to do radiant damage if you can, because these are vulnerable to it.
Rip. Alright, Primrose is surprise. Top of the round before Garrinan goes. The ship moves. Just gonna... We are. And reorganizing you guys. Alright, there we are. That's the ship, and Garrison, is your turn.
Alright, let's see. This is Alright, I am going to cast a spell at number 3, a spell of magical missiles.
Aha! Woo!
I don't actually have second level spells yet because I'm still Paladin 1.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so number 3 here will suffer 7 force damage.
Yes, 7 force damage as the missiles pepper into it. Pew pew pew. The creature's form dissipates slightly, but reforms back.
I will move.
Excellent. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
1, 5, 6.
Hmm.
I'm assuming I technically can't see from here. Because, like, I have Ein in the wagon, or I can't see 3. Like, maybe I could see Spectre no number?
From your angle, you could see Spectre number and Spectre 1. Spectre 3, no, but if you go prone, you could. Spectre 2, they definitely have heavy cover, but you could see them because the wagon is open.
You know what, I'm considering using a full round action to just calming the donkeys so they don't bolt. Because I can't do that much damage anyway, and these things bolting off the raft would be pretty bad.
Well, try a skill check first, and if that goes bad, then use your action.
It's animal handling to calm them down. The donkeys do not look at all calmed. The unnatural presence of the spirit seems to be forcing them from any form of calming.
I was gonna ask, is there any... Well, I suppose this would set the precedent for the rest of the campaign. I was gonna say, is there any way I could have advantage because I've been the one calming them through all of the fights so far?
I'd certainly allow you to advantage.
Try that again. I figure they might trust me. Never fucking mind.
Yep, no change in what I
You
said.
can always just roll again. You
Yeah.
use your action.
More importantly, can I intimidate the donkeys into sitting down?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
I will just, as an action, hold on to their leads and try to pet them and calm them down.
Alright, roll me again.
With or without the advantage?
You have advantage still. Rip.
fucking hate my life. What the fuck?
Your dice are cursed. The donkeys do not look at all calm.
Donkeys.
Alright. From there, we go to Spectre 2.
At least I'm holding them. You know, with my 8 strength.
Alright, the Spectre will fly forward. I'm gonna roll a d3 to see who he targets, left to right. Well, Ripley, you're the chosen one. I'll slam into Ripley. And Ripley is not exactly the most healthy of fellas. What level are you, my friend? Ripley, Ripley, Ripley. Here you are. Oh. Actually, not bad.
Curiosity, did Ripley not move or do anything last round?
He
Like, I
is...
know
He's a non-combatant. He's basically just trying to take cover, taking the dodge action. Which means I
okay.
actually need to roll again. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Look, I tried, alright?
Yep. Alright, Ripley. Your HP is that, and you took 11 damage, so you should be at that. There we are. Maybe set your HP, or AC as well. Alright, there we go. That is the Spectre's go. Ripley needs a con save. He has a plus 1 bonus. Nope.
Oh my god. Sage, stop trying to kill Ripley.
His max HP has been reduced by the damage he suffered.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna put his...
Dead?
No. It's just his current is now his max, instead of his current being lower than his max.
What HP is he at?
He is at 21.
Alright.
Alright, Spectre, no number, is going to fly forward, rolling a d2 to see if he attacks Garridan or Tom. Garridan, you're the chosen one. Creature will reach out his spectral hand towards you. And will be unable to grasp your mortal form.
Yeah.
And that is his go. We move onwards to Spectre 1. He has 1 target, and he will target you, Garridan. And will horribly miss, as his form is not truly in the material at the moment. Karanef.
I may do it. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it because. Actually, let me look at him. Yeah, no, I'm just saving my reaction just in case.
Alright, Terranaf is going to take a little step over here, and he's going to send some arrows their way. Let's see here. Elven Bow, pew pew. Do I have that feat? I should. Yeah, okay. Pew! Pew! Alright, first arrow will fly forward, piercing into the Spectre 2. The second one goes right through it as the creature's form dissipates into the ethereal for but a moment. The creature suffers 7 damage as his arrows are not magical. Alright. Wary.
Oh, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the back of the wagon. Can I stand here, or is Ripley too big?
You can stand there, but you have to move into the wagon to do so, so it just takes an extra 5 feet of movement, essentially. Which, I mean, not a problem with your barbarian movement.
Yeah. Just gonna swoop up in here and
Please tell me you still have the undead sword.
Axe.
Whatever.
Yeah. Gonna lean out the window and attack the guy around the back of the wagon.
Alright. Using Corpse Slayer?
Yeah, use Corpse Slayer.
Alright.
My god,
Wow,
it's revving up!
Oof.
Revving up the fumble.
Roll me to confirm your fumble.
You want an inspiration that?
Not yet.
Alright. Unfortunately, the axe swings towards the creature, and at the last moment, the creature dissipates entirely into the ethereal, missing with your attack. The creature then reforms and looks towards you.
Oh, now you're just mocking me.
That was why it was a fumble. Alright, anything else?
Go ahead and bonus action rage.
Alright, very good. This mocking groan towards you causes you to rage. Moving on, we go to Betsy. Betsy, being within the creature's aura of unnatural aura, the creature itself is forced to do something unless their mask succeeds at a animal handling check. So, 156, I need you to give me an animal handling check.
Seriously.
Alright, unfortunately you're unable to keep the creature calm as Betsy, with nowhere to actually go, as that is a large cliff face, that's a large cliff face, water in front, and specters behind, gains the cowering condition. It will not move, it is considered incapacitated, but creatures have advantage to attack it. It is possible that this condition will be changed to frightened if you guys go into a location that is more open for its movement. So like if you get closer to over here or something. Right now it is cowering. That is Betsy's turn. We go to Spectre 3. We'll fly forward and we'll attack Wary. Oh! 13 as its form tries to grasp you but is unable to fully reach into the material. Ayn.
Alright. First things first. Bonus action. move this here. You know what? No. We're going to. I'm going to actually change my order here. I will be moving this here. Standard action, guiding bolt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this against Spectre 2.
All right. He has partial cover to you due to the wagon and wary.
Can I peek out here to do that?
Well, you're currently in the wagon's base, essentially. If you move over here, you can do it just fine. But you'll have cover
Okay.
from Captain Tom. So, pretty much your allies providing them cover.
Providing them cover.
So you do not hit your allies. Unless you want to possibly hit your allies, which case, you can ignore their cover bonus. But if you do miss it by 2 or less, then it will hit an ally instead. Or potentially hit an ally instead.
Alright. Never mind. Let me just change my course of action then. Okay. So in that case, bonus action Spectre 2 first. I'll use my Firebolt macro again.
Very good, very good.
Alright.
That will definitely slam Spectre 2, you said?
Yep. And
All right.
that'll be
For 5 force damage, crashing into its side. It's nearly broken past into the ethereal plane once more, but it is still maintaining its hold on the material.
Alright, standard action. Sacred Flame, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, dex save. 15.
15, what's my DC? Probably not enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's not enough.
Seeing the radiant fire begin to rise up near the creature, it forms out of the material into the ethereal, entirely dodging the effect. Alright,
Unfortunate.
indeed.
Alright,
Alright.
that'll be my, actually, is there another knowledge check I can make on these?
There's religion, tactics, and insight are the options.
Let's try insight again.
Nope.
We can't roll tonight.
Alright.
Alright.
Primrose, same thing, they're cowering. A boat will move, and then Garden will get their turn. And for simplicity, since you guys are going to be going pretty straight. Alright. If I go like so, it should be fine, then you can turn it next round. Cool. Now. Just gonna chucky ducky you right there. There you are.
Alright, I'm going to... I'm gonna magic missile number 2 for 8 points
Aha.
of force damage.
Number 2 nearly disperses into the afterlife, or the true undeath, but
God damn
still holding on with 1 hit point.
God damn it.
Sage, I invoke the rule of cool.
As a small pebble lands upon its form. It is still there, unfortunately.
Aww.
Alright. Anything else for you, Garrison?
Nope.
Alright, 1, 5, 6.
Well, as long as these two aren't moving, I'll move here and try to shoot Spectre 2 for limited damage, but
Alright.
shot's still a shot.
Wish to try to avoid hitting Captain Tom, or wish to take the, chance?
If I move here, can I?
You would be fine there.
Avoid? Okay.
Arrow will fly forward, piercing into their form, dealing 6 reduced to 3 damage, but you only needed 1 as the creature fully dissipates.
There's one.
As it drops down, you see a small pool of blue, ethereal substance drop and then disperse into the water below, out of sight.
Our loot.
Anything else?
You can jump in for it. No.
Alright, we go to the specters. No number. Flies forward. I can choose 1, 2, 3, 4 targets with the move, so I'm just gonna fly here and then we'll determine with a D4. Left to right. Ripley, you're the chosen one. Woo! And that will miss Ripley. I'm gonna roll again to see if I roll a fumble. I do not. Okay. Spectre 1 will fly forward. I have 1, 2, 3 choices. Rolling a D3. Left to right. Moving back. You're the chosen one, Mary.
Yeah.
Oh. Will also miss, as their forms are not quite fully in the material. Fair enough. He is going to move forward. Up to... I'll be behind you because you're not super tall. He's going to let loose some arrows at Spectre. Pew! Pew! Both arrows will find their mark, dealing 4 and 2 damage, total of 6. Alright. Wary.
Gonna go ahead and swing this corpse slayer at Spectre.
Very good. Would you like to spend any destiny on that?
No, I'm gonna just inspiration it.
Excellent.
Can I? Is it straight just the same roll, or can I actually apply
Inspiration
Reckless.
just gives you advantage.
Okay. I had meant to do reckless, but eh.
Would you like to do a reckless instead? Oh, well.
No, it doesn't matter either way.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Oh.
As the blade swings through the creature's ethereal form, hitting nothing but air. Alright. Anything else?
I will stick my tongue out at them.
Excellent.
And flicker it. Just snake-like.
Excellent. Alright, Betsy is still panicked. Spectre 3 will fly forward. I have choices of 1, 2, 3. Rolling a D3, left to right. They like to attack you. Going back.
That's what my HP pool is here for.
23 to hit for 8 necrotic and a con save as it reaches and grasps your physical form, attempting to tear at your very soul.
That will hit me. Is this a magical effect?
This is a supernatural effect.
I believe I have advantage. Double checking that. Spells and other magical effects.
Gotcha.
So,
It is not a spell, but it's certainly magical in nature.
okay.
Hence why I said supernatural. 17. That will resist the effect, but you do suffer 8 damage. And that is the creature's turn. We go to Ein.
Alright. Is there any place I can shoot where they're not in cover right now?
If you move forward 5 feet, you can shoot this one without cover. Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Hitting the guiding bolt button.
Alright, the radiant bolt will slam forward, flying through the air and crashing into the creature, dealing 34 points of radiant damage as the creature is nearly burned into the afterlife. But it maintains its hold, barely wishing to find sustenance from your lively forms. 5 hit points left.
Okay, bonus action. Oh, unfortunately I can only get this Spectre here, but hey, spiritual weapon is going to slap again.
Alright. 25 for...
Okay. No, that
Yep.
damage is...
Yep.
Yeah. This is how much damage.
For 8 force damage as the blade crashes into it. As part of its spectral form cuts through and flies off to the side. The creature is still holding strong, though. Anything else?
That's it for now.
Alright. Primrose is still panicked. Girardin.
Does the boot move?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh
yeah,
no.
Gotta wait for that.
I want to be out of boat room soon. Well,
They can just
Hey.
restart us at the top of the map or something.
We just loop through this same part of river in some
Yeah.
sort of temporal.
Alright, let's put that there. Grab these guys, put them back 30 feet. Push you down here, push you down here, push you up here, and that should be good. Alright, there we go. Here it in.
Mark,
Yeah.
no name Spectre for advantage on the next attack.
Gotcha.
I
Mark.
Also, Garrett, don't forget
Golly.
you can use Sophia to give you advantage.
Yeah, but I've been hitting them with spells,
Mhm.
That's true.
which unfortunately is what I'm going to do and ruin your advantage by casting Magic Missile and Vector.
Alright. Well, I have 5 HP.
Well, I'm gonna send just gonna send all of them just to make sure. They can't do less than 5.
Alright, 3 missiles peppering into it. Pew pew pew! As with 3 bolts of magical energy, the creature's form dissipates into the afterlife.
Alright, 2 down. Just 2 more to go.
And that is. I'm gonna try to make a check to calm down the horsies.
Alright.
17.
And the mules are calming down, though you think that if they are to get back in the presence of the specters, you have not really been working with them as much as 156. You are suffering from the full DC. So if the specters get back within 30 feet of them, because that is their unnatural aura range, they will be cowering once more.
Yeah.
Right now, they are not cowering.
Yeah, that's how they do.
Alright. 156.
Just gonna shoot Spectre 3.
Very good, very good. Alright. Let's see here. 25. Crashing to Spectre 3 for 3 damage as the arrow crashes into its form, managing to pierce into the ethereal. The creature suffers minor damage but is still floating along. Anything else?
No, I'm done. Can't think of
Alright.
anything else.
Spectre 1 will fly forward. I have a D3 to choose who I go for. They really like you, Wary.
It's because I'm delicious.
20 to hit for 12 necrotic and a con save.
Are you magically delicious?
Yes.
I am magically delicious. Well,
As unfortunate. Would you like to spend any destiny?
no, I'll take it.
Alright, your max HP and current HP are both reduced by 12.
Oof.
And the character should have a listing for max HP reduction. If you're using the Google Sheet version. But that is the creature's
I
turn.
have that.
Terranath. Terranath will move on forward, since you've already done your pew-pews, and he's going to shoot out some arrows towards number 3. Pew! Pew! It's not confirmed, but that is 1 hit upon number 3 for 14, reduced to 7 damage. Oh!
Oh boy.
Wary.
Gonna go ahead and smack at this guy that just hit my max HP.
Very good.
Very mean of him.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna do reckless.
Excellent.
Reckless attack.
24 will definitely crash into the creature's form, dealing 20 damage, plus an additional 2 due to its undead nature. And that is magical, so that is full 22 damage. He's barely holding on into this form of life, but he is still indeed on this plane of existence.
Sage, stop making those sounds and making me feel sorry for it.
But that's what they do. They're sorrowful whales.
That's right. That's how it feels.
Anything else?
No.
Alright, Betsy is cowering once more. Spectre 3. Rolling a D3. They just really like you. Alright, rolling with advantage. 23 to hit for 8 Necrotic and a con save. The creature's form grasps out towards you. You manage to shrug off the effect, but that is 8 necrotic. You then go to Ein.
I also need to take the damage from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
12 and 8.
Yep.
Okay, well, this is... Just, okay. So the spiritual weapon's probably not going to be too much more useful here. What spells do I have? I don't think Hex will be too useful here.
I mean, you just keep guiding bolts into them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a use for my bonus action here. Well, I'll just move this here anyway, even though we're going to sail out of reach soon.
Mm-hmm.
Which one has cover for me?
Spectre 1, the one on the left.
Alright, I will be using Guiding Bolt on Spectre 3.
Alright. Guiding Bolt will slam to Spectre 3, dealing 34 radiant damage as he is blasted into oblivion. Ooh. And again, with the other two that have died, blue ectoplasm drops.
Yep, I have 2 more of those.
Alright, anything else?
Yep, nope, that's it.
Alright. Primrose is cowering. Top of the round. This vessel moves for ease. Whoop.
For ease, we move backwards.
Yep. Just gonna put you over here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, they have 50-foot fly speed, so they're not gonna be outrun.
The main issue is the spiritual weapon, but it's going to be out of range.
Yep.
So.
Alright. And then... there we are. Garden, your turn.
I have a lot of good ranged options, so I'm just gonna ready to cast Green Flame Blade and attack anyone that enters my
Excellent. Alright. 156.
I'm gonna do all of my nothing this fight and attack it with an arrow.
Aha! I will slam into it, dealing 3 damage.
Probably hitting though.
Hey, really good attack rolls. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The arrow will pierce into it, dealing some damage, but the creature's form still remains. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, the Spectre, gaining movement, will move forward, rolling a d3. He has chosen Garridan and triggers your reaction. Boo!
Alrighty, let's hit him.
I will crash into him for 8 damage. Ooh! But he is still barely holding on to life, and he will now strike at you. 17 will miss, as his form is not able to pass through your thick metal armor.
I am going to do a thing.
Does your thing require a reaction? Because you did just use it.
That's true. I forgot that that's how that works. I was going to riposte. Also, I'm not actually wearing real armor. I'm wearing mage armor.
Even worse against specters.
Yeah. That's why I'm so gosh darn effective. Anyway, that's it for,
Gotcha.
I can't riposte because reaction, that's it for me.
Alright, Terraneth. He is going to shoot some arrows at it. Pew! Pew! Rip! Alright, both arrows will fly past and slam against the cliff face to the north. Query.
I'm gonna just stick my tongue out at it.
Alright.
I can't reach unless I hop in the water.
Yep. Alright, Betsy's gonna be cowering. Ein. Creature is barely holding on to the afterlife.
Can I... How badly do I want this dead right now?
Seems like an odd question to ask.
You know what, we'll just do a Sacred Flame.
Alright, deck save for my buddy.
Yep.
He has a 23 and manages to dodge out of the way by entering into the ethereal.
Alright, Garridan. Up to you.
And with that, Primrose is cowering. The ship will move 30 feet for ease. Garden.
I literally have no ranged cantrips.
Oh no. Shredding again with your green flame blade?
Yes. No, wait, no, I do. I actually have the perfect one. Never mind. I'm dumb. I was thinking of a different character. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
Excellent.
I'm literally a dumb.
That is a ranged attack for me, right?
How?
Huh?
That's a ranged touch attack from, or a ranged attack, right, for me?
Yeah.
All right.
1d20 plus 4, 23. Not quite a crit.
The chilly, grasping hand will reach out towards it and touch the creature on the side. The creature will look at it as if a friend is giving it a high five, and will pat it away. The creature is immune to necrotic damage.
It still has disadvantage on attack rolls.
It is true.
That's at the very least.
All right. Very good, very good. 156.
Giving him constant head pats.
It's okay, Spectre. You'll go back to the afterlife soon. Arrow will fly past and crash into the stonework beyond. Spectre will fly forward. And will choose your fateful Tom with disadvantage. That is a horrible miss.
Alright.
Karanath is going to shoot it with arrows. Phew. That will hit the first one, dealing 5 damage, which is enough to disperse the creature into ectoplasmic goop.
Nice.
Why was this last one Tim Allen?
I don't know. Anyways, combat is over. Well done. You have achieved victory.
Alright.
Have we achieved experience points?
You have.
The true meaning of fight miss.
Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Their CR is that, which means you guys gain experience for this fight. Yes, indeed.
Alright. Nice.
Alright. Well, that was certainly, rough and tumble, but managed to hold on just fine.
This is a spooky boat
I am
ride.
gonna ask, I know we've only been playing for 2 hours, but would it be possible to call it here, or can you guys continue? I'm sorry, I'm just really fading.
We can call it here.
Combat, like,
Here. No problem.
yeah. I did have a theoretical question for you guys, though.
What is a theoretical question?
What would you
Yes.
guys consider 156's alignment to be? Because I put her at true neutral, because that's what I thought she was, but her actions, I feel, have spoken differently, but I want other people's opinions.
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Yeah.
Closer to chaotic good than, honestly, Ein is. Ein is closer to chaotic neutral, probably.
Well, Mr. DM, do you mind if I shift my alignment?
Go ahead. Alright.
It matters, so I didn't just want to do it without permission, but...
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, once your alignment is chosen, it should be set, and I will change it as things go on, but really it's only like core things that happen that will change your alignment. Alignment should just be a thing that changes based upon what you do, not what you do is based upon what your alignment is.
Yeah.
But anyways, that will be where we call the session, as our party have found themselves victorious against the specters of the River of Duskwood, nearing their way towards the hamlet of Ravenshire. But hope you guys had fun. I'm gonna close things out here, and anyone that we can raid.
What's our current experience when we go off? Just because so I can update my sheet.
We're using milestones. We don't have experience.
You guys do have experience, actually. I had to calculate that still for this fight, but you guys need 6,000 to level up. I don't think you'll level, but you'll be close. Probably one more encounter and you will level. So I'd have that in mind for next session.
I just want to make sure I actually keep it, tabs on it.
My experience is out of date because I still have as 1,000.
I didn't even know we had experience, so I'm really out of date.
Oh, there you go.
My experience says Destiny points 3. That's what my experience says.
That's my best experience.
Yeah.
Quick, let us attack and eat the fell crow. Then we level up, right?
Totally.
Are you
Anyways,
still looking for something?
let's raid Sci-Fry. Sci-Fry is streaming.
Sure.
Let's do that. Let's go.
Alright.
Let's do the raid. We got powers. We got raid powers. We got this.
I
We
was
know what's
gonna
going
say
on.
Kelly is also streaming, and it
Are
was
they?
her birthday yesterday.
Are they? I didn't see them.
Are they still streaming?
Alright, is she still?
Yeah, it says here they are.
Oh.
Yeah, she's playing Jack Bark. I mean, raid sci-fi, that's fine. Just, she leaves tomorrow, and it was her birthday yesterday.
Oh. Well, happy birthday to her face. Mhm.
Happy birthday to the grand.
Anyways, beginning our raid.
Don't.
Happy birthday, Kelly.
All right. Well, I'm. Did we have after game business?